Yeah, my name is Malika, and me and my colleague Ivan are going to host today's call. And we have.
We have two projects to hear out today, and we're going to start with Postman, I guess. And yeah, without further ado, I'll give you the word to Postman founder, Philipp. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, very happy to present you Crebit. It's an ecosystem project developed by Postman. I'm Phil, the founder of Postman. We're an established Web3 marketing infrastructure provider, over 5 million in affiliate reach, over $40,000 returned to the community. We are close partners of Autonomous. We built our first agent like half a year ago and farmed over 175,000 OLAs worth almost $1 million in dev rewards. And we are a chaining build project. And today I'm going to present you Crebit, our SocialFi X AI ecosystem project. Okay, so why should you care? We are strongly believing that AI creators have the potential to perform human creators. And you already see this happening on Instagram with these models having over 2 million followers, making over 6 figures a year in ad revenue. If you just look at the generative AI landscape, it's getting stronger and stronger with automated text generation, image generation, video generation, and inclusion of live data feeds into these AI models. These AI creators, they just have superior data processing speed than humans. They're always working 24/7. They don't need to sleep. They don't die. They don't get hit by a bus. And they also have a predictable brand image. So brands don't need to worry about, an influencer going crazy and ruining their kind of brand which attached to the influencer they're working with. So what are the challenges holding back the AI creator revolution? So at one point we have development costs, of course. Then what's probably even harder is to build up the audience and the brand of these AI influencers. Next, it's we still believe, AI will not replace humans anytime soon. It's still a tool. So there's still always work on content moderation and quality control of the content shared. And fourth, there's no direct monetization opportunity for these creators on the market available. So how are we going to change this with Crebit? Crebit basically is made of 3 elements. It's a launchpad, it's a marketplace, and it's a governance platform. So it allows everyone to launch their own AI creator for a specific topic, or posting about their own story. We are a non-code tool, which makes it very scalable. Then it allows you to directly monetize your creator using text tokens, what you know from friends and keys, as well then later on with brand offers and dev rewards. Next up, you can build up your audience for your AI creator using gamified growth programs built by Postman. We already proven them. They can go very viral. Look at, it's a very similar model to what Blast did, with access codes and multi-layer rewards to farm points to build up these influencers. And they are co-governed. So you and the other community of governance token holders can basically vote on content and other pieces. But let's go into the details. I didn't say too much already. So the Launchpad, it's basically 2 parts: a technology Launchpad for the non-code builder to deploy these agents or these AI creators, and an ERC20 text token factory, which directly allows you to deploy these AI creator keys for your AI creators. And then we have an audience or kind of a brand Launchpad where you have this viral growth programs, which allows you to back the brand of your AI creators via other humans and even KOLs. The marketplace, as I said, it's ERC20 text tokens, which is very cool because now you can use all your favorite tools which are existing for ERC20 tokens, DEX tools, sniper bots, whatever. You can create index tokens. So there's the design space is very wide and there's a lot of infrastructure already in the market. You can upgrade your agents, more about this soon. They're very composable, modular. You can add new skills and behavior. Now they post to Twitter. Now you allow also to post to TikTok and generate videos. It can be contracted over the Postman creator marketplace, so brands can come there and if the AI creator is relevant for them, they can make them offer to be included in their feed. Last but not least, the governance platform. So it's not you running it alone. It's also allowing everyone who's dreaming to become an influencer, but don't want to build up his own account, because it's too much work. You can just join a topic, an AI influencer covering a topic you're interested in. You buy governance tokens. You join basically the governing community, the trusted seed. and you have rights to like accept content, stage content, add to the knowledge base, remove from the knowledge base, vote on accepting offers, yes or no. Okay, but let's go a little bit one step deeper. Like, what's the magic sauce? What is enabling this? Is like co-owned AI agents, which are built using the Autonomous framework. So like we don't need to do the heavy lifting; it's already done by Autonomous. These agents, how they call them, are like represented as NFTs and by Gnosis multisig vault, and they can be decentralized. They don't need to be. In the first instance, they're going to be probably like centralized, but then if they become big, they can be decentralized using Tendermint consensus engine and allowing them to like have their own token, securing basically this decentralized agent, multi-agent system, how they're called. They're modular. It's also very cool. You can, each code block is also represented as an NFT, and they can be edited. So like you can add skills and behaviors down the road. The knowledge base is extendable. Here we're saying like it's kind of, again, hybrid, having a trusted seed of creators in certain fields backing these AI creators. It's very important for their branding. And you can include chain-link verifiable data streams to make sure that the data they use for their content is verified. And they have like an internal governance happening. Maybe what's the most important then, they have like wallets, so they can like, hold their own money basically and manage their own money. They make money from tax token trading fees. So the plan is to split it between the agent and Postman. There's going to be three tax tokens. They get brand offers once they build up, and dev rewards as well. They're like, maybe see them rather as agnostic publishers, so they can like publish everywhere, to traditional social media, to decentralized social media, to websites, to blogs, to Medium, whatever it is. And we see kind of two types emerging here. First of all, like this topic-specific content agents, like serving in a certain niche, might be Deepin, might be Web3, might be Socialify, whatever you're interested in following. And the other one would be kind of like a brand or KOL, like co-pilots or clones, how we call them. On the token economy side, there's one token, we call it BIT. It's powering the whole ecosystem, meaning Postmint, which is kind of providing affiliate and network marketing infrastructure, and Crebit, like this tailored platform, the Launchpad, the marketplace, and the governance module. Bit is going to be required to list UK AI creators. It might be slashed if they're kind of malicious or spam. It's kind of also like serving as an index token to signal value and trustworthiness of creators and content sources. And then, since it's powering the ecosystem, there's definitely going to be, like governance over all ecosystem parameters like fees, and then additional value down the road. Then what's really kind of the powerhouse of Creator.bit are the individual AI creator keys, similar to Frantic keys. So like there's ERC20 text tokens, which generate revenue for the whole ecosystem, because people can speculate on them, they can trade on them, depending on like the perceived value of a AI creator. These then, if you buy them, you cannot speculate with them, but you can also, if you buy them, you can join the governance of these AI creators, like over parameters like the knowledge base, data streams, acceptance of brand deals. Then what we also see is happening probably is the providing access to token gating services. Like if you maybe go direction influencer models or AI models, I could definitely imagine that there's like people who want to like chat with them or go into a token gated service where they buy the governance token in order to join in there. And all of these, they create basically revenue for the AI agent itself and the Postman treasury. We go to market fairly quick. So February, like the landing pad launch with like a sneak preview on the vision and what's coming. We're going to see the first accounts. One of it is, for example, the dip watcher, always posting when certain tokens dipping. So, like reverse market psychology, buy when prices are low. Then at ETH Denver, we're together with Autonomous, kind of presenting our first AI agents. In March, we do a public sale of the BIT token on Fort Foundry, and then followed up by gamified growth programs to build up first the community of these agents, then the trading of their kind of agent keys, and last but not least, the governance platform. This is very much represented on our roadmap as well. So going in with a gamified growth program, then first key interaction on the platform is going to be the speculation on the first agents, then opening up the agent creation to the public, and having an integration with the Postman KOL marketplace for brands to allow to like even hire them, and last but not least, basically launching the governance module. About the raise, so we're aiming to raise $1.5 million. The evaluation will be defined by our lead. So I'm also like apologizing for a little bit scrappy like screen design images. The stack is not 100% done yet. We're aiming to send it out to our investors on Monday. Planning to close here like also fairly quickly in end of February. It's going to be but the plan is to have like a safe, but we are also like talking to lawyers. Potentially it's going to be soft. So things are moving here a little bit. And about Postman, last but not least, Postman is a Web3 growth marketing infrastructure company, as said, providing multi-layer affiliate programs, gamified user-generated content programs at a KOL marketplace. Yeah, no, I repitched this. So we are all like Chaining Build and a partner of Autonomous. And that's all from my side. I'm looking forward for your questions.
Yeah, thank you so much, Philipp, for your pitch. Anyone questions?
No questions. Just thank you for the presentation, Philipp, and it's good to see you, man.
Thank you guys. Ciao, ciao.
Can you tell us, Philipp, about the fundraising process? How much have you raised so far for now, and what is your goal?
Yeah, for sure. So as said, like we are like this pitch deck or like this demo or like this pitching session was a little bit early because we were just like sending out the full fundraising efforts like on Monday. We have like one VC interested in taking the lead. And like in general, like I think the interest is high, but like we didn't really like close anything so far on the road. On the round, since we're just like starting off the race. And yeah, the funding goal is at 1.5 million. We could probably, like the idea was probably switching to a soft agreement and just selling tokens. And valuation will be defined by the lead.
Okay, understood. Yeah, and you mentioned that in March, right? You're gonna to list your the token. Where are you planning to list?
Fort Foundry is the kind of like a decentralized or like an IDO platform which we're gonna use, and then we're in conversation with KuCoin for listing thereafter.
Okay, thank you.
Could you tell us with whom you have investment agreements? Okay, yeah, sure. Thanks. So investment agreements, so like Postman did like a pre-seed raise. We closed it last year, December. We raised $400,000. Our investors are mainly angels, and when we see Future Vision Capital, Future Money wrote like an angel check, as well as Portico Ventures, and advisors to Crebit is Moonrock Capital. Yes, the answer to AD.
Okay, anyone? Other more questions? You can send them in the chat and we will read it loud and clear, or otherwise just, you can personally ask Philipp in Telegram or contact in whatever means possible. But yeah, just to conclude, I would like to know, by the way, from my point of view, like where exactly did you start with this project, and do you have a long-lasting plan for like not a year but like maybe 5 years?
Sure. So how we started with the project, like we built Postman starting 1.5 years ago, and as I said, Postman affiliate marketing infrastructure. We run community campaigns for post to earn, how we call it, as UGC. We run affiliate marketing campaigns for smart contract conversions, and a KOL marketplace where you can directly hire KOLs and community members. So there's kind of already established company having revenue and having clients. So, and Crebit is basically a spin of an ecosystem project leveraging the Postman tech, but being a little bit more degen and speculative than Postman. As like Postman infrastructure and marketing tech, Crebit, AI creators and socialify elements of text token trading and co-governing them over the platform. A long-term roadmap, I would say there are different services, like once the agent platform stands and the campaign creation form is like very user-friendly, so everyone can, like you want to create one over nutrition, you want to create one over like cat pictures, whatever you want. Everyone can create their niche KOLs for certain, platforms, for Twitter, for in text, for TikTok and video, for YouTube video. It's kind of like a lot of like growth products in this direction. And then what I think comes more down the road is rather like the decentralization of the agent. So you can imagine, if you build up a brand, they have like 2 million or more followers. You don't want to have them hosted on one single instance because there's the risk of like having the keys just on this instance, but like hosting them on multiple instances. So potentially going that direction, like deepen, providing also hosting services for decentralizing these influencers is something on the long-term roadmap. Let's see a question from Osnat. The market size, it's a great question, and I can also answer this. Give me one little second. It didn't make it so far on this deck, but it's on the Postman deck. So yes, addressable market, here we go. So influencer ad spending, global influencer marketing spending this year 2023 or last year 2023 was like $21 billion with an annual growth rate of 28%. So it's insane growth. It's estimated to be $200 billion by 2032. So that's kind of the addressable influencer marketing market. And then we have like the social fi Web3 market we are also targeting here. We saw the social fi market in revenue by 2023 last year was $30 million, mainly by Friendtech and other competitors, and like brought 2.9 million users. Web3 in general, of course, way bigger fee capturing like of $3.7 billion. And then we have the whole social media marketing market, which is like also on the Venn diagram, like a piece of the pie, of like $15 billion market size in 2021, and estimated growth like with going to close to 120 billion in 32, with a 20% annual growth rate or 23% annual growth rate.
Can you hear me, guys? Sorry, I just unmuted myself. That's not your addressable market. Your addressable market is the vendor providers of similar services and how much they're making, not the entire advertising influencer market, because you're not going to take over the whole spending on advertising.
Of course. So like we are in a very, very new market here. As outlined in the intro, there are already influencers who are like AI influencers who make over like six figures, like I think like $11,000 was the last numbers I got revenue per month. So you can they can scale this up. There is just only a handful of AI creators.
So what's the fraction you would expect? So what's the fee you would expect to charge for a person?
Brilliant question. So exactly, brilliant question. Thanks so much. So like the answer is everyone is going to be enabled to launch their own AI creator who has a tax coin attached to it. And there's a 3% tax on buy and 3% tax on sell in ETH. Basically, the revenue generated for the system is coming purely from people, buying and selling tax coins, and to either get access to the governance module or to the token gated services, or just to speculate on the value of these influencers. So like the revenue streams are coming from the trading volume. And we had other ecosystem project of Postman or a partner called Vibe. It's a meme tax coin, and we saw like trading volume upwards $1 million, which is not a lot, but like daily trading volume of $1 million times a 3% fee is substantial. Is like 30K revenue for the platform, which is actually pretty substantial. Yes.
So your addressable market has nothing to do with influencer advertising. Your addressable market has to do with trading. So I would argue
not happen. Yeah, please go ahead.
It's confusing a little bit, because either you're making money off the advertising as a proportion, or you're making money off trading. Mm-hmm. And then your addressable market, although the trading topic is X, the traders are your entire addressable market.
No, I think it's a very, very that you bring this up to distinguish here. So see it as two different revenue streams. We have Crebit, which is mainly about speculation and building up these AI influencer, having governance and all the utility I just mentioned. And we have Postman, the marketing company, where there is a KOL marketplace where you can hire human KOLs as well as these AI influencers, and where there's also like a fee attached to hire them for like being included in their feed in their social media real estate.
Yeah. Taco, do you have a question?
I do. So as one, what is your CTA today, or is this just informational? What can people help you with today? And then I have a follow-up to that.
Our call to action today, get in touch. We're actively raising this round for Crebit and the Bit token.
Okay, and so then what is stopping you from using your own platform to help you with all of these AI bots to create your own raise?
Using our own platform to create. I'm not sure if I fully understand the question.
If your platform is creating AI tools for content creation and driving sales and growth, why are you not using your own platform to create your own sales and growth?
So we definitely, so like Postman, so maybe it was not clear on the pitch deck, thanks for pointing this out. So we are leveraging Postman for all the growth programs for the agents, as well as, third parties can use Postman or are going to use Postman for their growth programs for Crebit. So 100% Postman, like Crebit is powered by Postman, and all the growth infrastructure we're going to use is basically Postman, set, KOL marketplace, user-generated content campaigns, as well as affiliate network campaigns.
And has the distribution models been fixed within Postman? I've been a Postman ambassador since it launched on Twitter and stuff like that, and so I think I still have my Rocket and Mailbox in my Twitter bio.
Yes, absolutely.
But has that been fixed to where it doesn't have to be a self-claim anymore?
It is still a self-claim in the sense of, because like there are two things. For community campaigns, the mass contracting of content creators, it is a claim because we saw, like if you have upwards of 100 participants in the biggest campaigns, you don't really want to do like a mass transfer to 100 participants. However, if you do individual contracting, if I make an offer to player Taco, then it would be like a cent, or basically it would be an escrow smart contract, which is also claimable. So it was designed on purpose in this manner to like save gas costs. Thanks, Taco. Yeah, like awesome to have you here.
Thanks, Taco. And also there is a question in the chat. What chain will be used to reduce gas costs?
1 second, what chain? Oh yeah, brilliant question. So we are currently deployed on Polygon, Arbitrum, ETH mainnet. And basically all our smart contracts, they're EVM compatible. So yeah, like basically campaign creator can decide where they want to deploy. For creator.bit, the agent trading tokens or like the agent keys, basically probably like we set on Arbitrum to deploy them there first. But then we are close partners. One of my co-founders, he's a seed investor in Barrachain, something we're like definitely having our eyes on to deploy there as well. So yeah, but long story short, like these agents keys, they're going to live on low gas cost chains like Base, Arbitrum, Polygon, and Barrachain.
Okay, thank you so much, Philip. Yeah, thank you, Philip, again for the great pitch. There is Philip's Telegram here in the chat as well. You can contact them there. And should we start with the second project? Arthur, are you here?
So yeah, thanks Malika, thanks Ivan. Good morning, good night, wherever you guys are around the world. I'm Arthur here. I'm spearheading the marketing investor relations for TPay. TPay is basically a consortium, an alternative, banking and payment solutions for the Web3's unbanked population as well. Yeah. So with increasing demand of data settlement at 18 trillion, which is far more than Visa and MasterCard at 14 and 7 trillion, we know that the digital currency is definitely evolving and growing rapidly. But let's admit we all know one thing that this currency is still very difficult to be used for a daily transaction in the real world. Last year spring we all definitely heard this big renowned banks in the likes of Silicon Valley Bank, Signature Bank, First Republic Bank has basically collapsed, and there are more banks that will be following in suit. And this only means that our financial sovereignty is at the highest risk, which means centralized entities like banks and financial institutions will basically be manipulating the hard-earned money that you are basically keeping in the bank. However, we see this as opportunity. We all know right over here that crypto and DeFi is basically has a huge potential to be serving the underserved and the unbanked population of 1.7 billion individuals around this world. With that being said, with the financial sovereignty is a highest risk right now with the open network of TON, which is an open decentralized network for everyone. Basically is actively transforming the 800 million monthly active users into the blockchain crypto users. So introducing you TPay, it's an alternative, global and also a payment financial solution bridging the Web2 and the Web3 world, making your currency ownership ever accessible 24/7, providing alternative banking payment solutions for the crypto users. When you think of TPay, TPay is we define TPay as the American Express for increasing crypto transaction volume, and also the user base focus on our US market at this moment, which is famously quoted by Bill Gates himself. Banking it's necessary, but banks are not right now. So TPay is basically solving the user pain points on the daily basis with our global access that where these cards were able to access through you're able to use this card at any of the ATM machines with MasterCard, and voila, you're able to get your fiat currencies at the designated countries that you are at. Our TPay is being the world's first DeFi-enabled credit card that where you were able to access the credit line through a decentralized through our loan protocol and through a decentralized peer-to-peer liquidity pool. One of the biggest competitive advantages of TPay is where we provide the superior financial privacy that we're giving you utmost financial privacy. I will delve deeper into this later on, which is fully compliant by the Hong Kong trust infrastructure, convenience, comprehensive solutions, and also our apps which will be integrating with Telegram access, untapping and unlocking the 800 million monthly active users on Telegram itself. A little bit background about me before we go deeper. I was a former BlackRock, Franklin Templeton, Aberdeen Asset Management, and also the Hong Kong largest hedge fund company, Sun Hung Kai, with one of the largest independent financial advisory firms in Singapore. I've exited my second tech startup and also delivered multiples on investor capital 3x to my investors on my second startup and also my previous are Web3's ventures which was a venture studios where we have grew an entire global ecosystem of more than 110 companies around the worldwide value 4 billion to be supporting the projects we have incubated. I work alongside with the brilliant minds of individuals that have the domain experiences of more than 2 decades in the area around worldwide. Are being masterminded by Vince himself. He was basically the director, the portfolio manager of crypto hedge fund, top 1% Bloomberg. And he has architected the entire our DeFi blockchain protocols for more than 10 projects. With Dr. Joshua, who's the Taiwan tech listing companies. Eric is spearheading the legal part. Jeff is on the go-to-market for Japan, Taiwan and Hong Kong, and also Claudia, his French dude, which is overseeing the entire architect itself. So TPay is basically 3 verticals. Starting off right now where we provide the off-ramps solutions. At this juncture right now, as we speak, we have credit card that we're predominantly catering more for the high net worth individuals. It's very similar to like a world elite MasterCard. And subsequently, by this quarter, end of this quarter itself, we will be also launching our debit and the prepaid card, which we are going for the mass adoption. Subsequently, we have a wallet where we have treasury, payrolls, corporate cards, and last but not least, we have an on-ramp that providing solutions to acquirer, bank wires, and remittance. So coming back to it, so our biggest competitive advantage is compared to the rest of the players out there in the market. Our card, TPay card, is built on a trust infrastructure. Simply means there's no other external companies and centralized entities who are able to access your private information until unless the users has committed into a fraudulent activities. In order for the government or any centralized entities to access the information, they need to get a letter directly from the Hong Kong Supreme Court, which is almost going to be impossible, or probably will be taking way too long. While the rest of the other players out there are all building on a bank infrastructure. Hence why your information everything is easily accessible by centralized entities and also the financial infrastructure at the same time. These are all our list of licenses that are currently accessible by TPay. Some of the more major regions in the likes of Hong Kong, we have obtained the MS license, in the United Kingdom, EMI license, Canada's MSB, and Singapore's MPR license, and very recently the United Arab Emirates, the VARA VASP license. So basically this tells us that we're able to do business around the world, and we have all the major licenses as a payment. It's definitely a very highly compliant are regulated industry itself. This is how big our market size. Initially, I was talking about Tether settlement 18 trillion, and we superseded the Visa and MasterCard at 14.7 trillion. Combining both of these together, this is how big our market size. That where we're tapping on the Web2's and also the Web3 as well, and this shows us how big our market are for TPay itself. As compared to the rest of the other players out there, TPay let me just walk you through our biggest competitive advantage. TPay it's a credit card that's built on the trust infrastructure. As you take a look at the rest of the other competitors, they are either prepaid or they built on the bank's infrastructure. Because the nature fact that we built on a trust infrastructure, hence why your information it's right at the utmost confidentiality. We have the lowest settlement fees, 1.3% as compared to the rest of the players. We provide unlimited transaction limit and also withdrawal limit as well. We have utmost transaction privacy, and also we're able to generate yields through one of our tokenized real assets, one of our services that we offer much later on. So here it goes with our business model itself. Our business model is a cash cow business model. We make money right from the very start. Whereas we make money from the injection fees, deposit fees itself, foreign exchange, spending fees, alongside with overseas ATM fees as well. Once when we have our wallet, we will be making revenues through swap fees and protocol fees. At a future integration, at a later stage developments, we'll be making money from on-ramp, brokerage, trust custody, currency exchange, private placement, and also cash settlement fees as well. So let me walk you through our projections, financial projection. So if we take in this year, 2024, if we take just 0.01% of the total monthly active users of Telegram, which give us about 62,000 users, and we literally take 13% which are active monthly users that are using TPay, we will be comfortably generating a total of gross transaction values of 139 million, with an average spending of 1,071 American dollars per user for each month itself. And with that being said, this will allow us to be making a total comfortable revenue 16.2% with an EBITDA of 5.3 that will give us a profit of 7.3%. If I just take the multiply effect of from 0.01 to 0.03 the next subsequent year, 2026 is 0.07%, and also 2027 is 0.11%. That is in all totals will give us right at by 2026 that will comfortably able to give us 77.5 million, and we're looking at a valuation of 770 million with a multiplier of 10x by the years of 2026. So in the last 1 month, we have actually done a soft launch of our go-to-market, and it has proven a product market fit. We haven't really ramped up our marketing, but it has been just soft launch go-to-market. We registered total 253 cards, 253 but 27% that are active users and from these active users a total amount 716,311 was injected, and average spending per user was 11,500, which leads to 1,486 total transactions, and we generated revenues of 10,000. So with just 62 active users itself, we have generated revenues of 10,000 by just doing a very soft launch, go to market, and imagine the more once when we start ramping up our marketing. With that being said, we have just raised 520,000 from our foreign investors in the last quarter itself. We raised money from OD Capital, Mimo Capital, Yanti Capital, and also Asia Business Creations as well. We have another remaining of 1.48 million to be closing this round at 20 million valuations. Yesterday we also have 3 million our hard commitments from investors all back in Europe. So this proceeds that we have, so these funds that we have raised in the last 2 months has been used for product development, design, and also so far our milestones we've achieved a dashboard referral system. Subsequently with the next round we are raising 3.5 million at 35 million valuation, and then by Q3 50 million valuation, expecting to raise 5 million. By the year 2026 3 years times from now, we aim to be listing on IPO on a London Stock Exchange. And with 10x from our projected revenue at 77 million, we're comfortably able to give us a conservative of valuation between 750 million to 1 billion. And by then, with the IPO at 15x, that will comfortably give us between 1 to 1.5 billion pounds on the London Stock Exchange. So if you look at just 10x to 15x, it's rather a very conservative valuation as compared to the rest of our competitors. Alchemy pays they've generated a total revenue of 16.8%, but the value is 400 million, which it's a multiplier effect, 23.8. MoonPay was 22x. With the revenue was 150 million, and also RAM, which their latest valuation was 8.1 billion, which was a revenue multiplier of 81x. With that being said, if we take a very conservative with our revenues of 16.2, we should be estimating our projections by end of this year at 84 million valuation. I welcome investors to be investing. Upon investing into TPay, you have 3 options where you're able to exceed your subsequent funding round. When we tokenize our project, or either you'll be receiving dividends from the years of 2025 onwards, and also last but not least, of course, you can exit this when we go IPO. In terms of our products roadmap, at this juncture right now, we have already completed the entire credit card infrastructure, technical development, the architectural of the functionalities for TPay, our user dashboard and very recently also our user onboarding portal that we're making it more seamless for users to be signing up the card. As we speak right now, we are also developing the referral systems and also the entire our royalty programs and also the customer support as well. In Q1, this quarter itself, we'll be primarily focusing very much in releasing TPay Telegram, that where through our app you are able to access directly to Telegram, and also we'll be building the decentralized credit pools and also the go-to-market as well. By next quarter itself, we will be launching the collateralized our crypto credit line. We're allowing people to able to access the credit line and making TPay as the world's first DeFi enabled credit card. And by Q3, then we will be focusing very much on the crypto wallet and so on ramp off-ramp as well. Our go-to-market primarily at this moment right now, we are targeting very much on the middle class and high net worth individuals, simply because it's more on a credit card. But as I mentioned, that we're also launching our very own debit card as well. And that's where we primarily will be focusing regions that where have a very huge unbanked population. And if we look at this chart itself, typically countries that have a huge unbanked population, also countries that have huge Telegram downloads as well. So primarily, this will definitely be providing mass adoption in the market. Just to give you some of the references as well in illustrations pictures. So we are the Web3 consortium of Payment Asia. Payment Asia is a global processing payment systems established back in Hong Kong for the last 25 years. Very recently, Paul Tang, who is the Chief Operating Officer, has joined the Monetary Services Operator Association, which is really huge in the market itself. As Payment Asia is the first approved fintech provider for integrating into Alipay and WeChat, we foresee with the current foreign exchange restrictions, stable coins like USDT, which is definitely going to be widely adopted by China because they're unable to withdraw the money out, moving money out from China itself. Hence, with that being said, with our TPay infrastructure, the TON Foundation support, we foresee that we have a huge potential to be unlocking the 1.5 billion population just in the Far East region in China, Taiwan, Hong Kong, and Macau itself predominantly. This gives you an interface how the web app and also the app looks like, that where we're going to integrate with Telegram, allowing users like me and you to able to send, receive, earn interest, access to DeFi, exchange and spend. So imagine right now, everything is one button itself. As you probably might know, that Telegram is just going beyond the just messaging system itself. This is how the card looks like. So right over here, it's no longer alpha testing. So it's pretty much have already completed the alpha. And this is a proof that where you are able to just withdraw money at anywhere around the world by just inserting TPay cards into any of the ATM machines. And voila, you're able to get your local currency in the designated country. Yeah, so here I am. I showcase the project TPay. I'm happy to be connecting with everyone individually. I'm also happy to be sharing these materials and collaterals. Should there be any queries, please connect with me via Telegram. This is where the QR code is happy to be answering the questions. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Hartru, for your pitch. There are several questions in the chat.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of questions. Yeah,
a lot of questions. Let's
and
start.
I believe someone raised a hand. I think it was Joshua Hale. Maybe we can start with that.
Sure. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the biggest question I have is, it looks like you have money transmitter licenses or MSBs, depending on the country, for several countries. But how are you dealing with the banking side of it? Because you're going to be holding access to some of their funds at one point or another, and each separate country is going to have banking issues. And that has been the biggest issue I've seen in these payment sort of projects is, what are you doing to address the banking side? Because that's a huge issue.
Oh, so we don't build on. So our whole arrangement is rather I would say rather complex. We actually built on the trust infrastructure, so we don't use the bank infrastructure at all. We supersede the bank infrastructure. We're speaking right now primarily for the off-ramp. On-ramp will be a little bit tricky, but we haven't launched on-ramps at this moment right now. However, with the off-ramps, it's we basically supersede the banks, and hence we built the entire infrastructure on a trust, which is FGA trust, and hence that's the reason why it provides utmost confidentiality to the users like me and you. Yeah,
that may work for some countries. Other countries, you're still going to run into issues because the trust is not in and of itself going to be indicative of saying you no longer need a banking license. Just a word of experience.
You could be right. I don't have the specific information which country, but so far as far as I'm concerned with most of the developed nations at this moment right now, we have tested and also validated that where most of the countries we are penetrating in primarily on the Far East region. There are no issues by superseding the bank infrastructure itself. Yeah, so because it's eventually that you are just injecting at this moment you are injecting USDT and USDC, and the moment once when you use the card to be accessing to your local fiat currencies at any of the designated country, it bypasses literally the bank, and it goes straight into the whole trust infrastructure where it provides to the beneficiaries itself through TPay as card.
Yeah, Taco.
Are you sort of positioning yourself almost like Rain is for almost like project-based credit lines as well? So like DeFi protocols or DeFi teams using credit and then being able to pay off in crypto. What's your onboarding process? Is it permissionless? Or I remember I saw someone asking the same question. Is there a KYC process for users? And is there like an automatic virtual debit card as well, rather than, or do you have to wait for a physical first?
So for now, we don't have, thanks to the question, Taco. For now, we don't have a virtual card. It's still a physical card. Card looks like this. So the card looks exactly like this. So hence, it's a physical card. Itself, we don't have a virtual. Yes, there's a KYC. It says eKYC directly from the app, which is Personal Alliance app itself. So it's a very straightforward. The onboarding. It's just one time off. eKYC. You inject USDT, USDC, and then after you connect directly with your card, you need a physical card because of the numbers. And then voila, and then you will see the balance to be the amount to be reflected on the app itself. However, once when we launch our prepaid card, we definitely know that we cannot rule out the possibilities of virtual cards simply because that's mainly more the mass adoption, and hence we definitely very aware that we definitely need a virtual card. But however, we're still going to keep the process to be very similar against this. It's going to be eKYC one time off. However, I cannot promise you that the moment when we launch the prepaid and the debit card, it will not be building on the trust infrastructure, because on-ramp is a little bit tricky because it's going to be fiat to crypto. Hence, that will be based on individual jurisdiction. And coming back to Joshua's question just now, the reason why on-ramp will be very tricky because that's where we're going to mitigate the risks of almost every specific region itself. Hence why even the timeline itself, we can't really be very sure that what sort of timeline, but we definitely want to push it at least some of the selected regions by the end of Q1 itself. Okay,
and then last two pieces. One, I do not judge you because you still have your Christmas tree up.
Well, I thought it's Christmas time. Yeah. Hey, Chinese New Year is coming, so I'm gonna put Chinese ornaments on it. That's how I do it. It's look at my Christmas trees. And so
good. Can you drop your Telegram in the chat? I tried to scan your QR code on the pitch deck and it wasn't working, for me at least.
Oh, sure. Everybody wishing me happy Christmas. Sure.
Happy Year of the Dragon.
Yes, happy Year Dragon. I think this is my Telegram. That's right. I think so. I recently, should be right. Yeah. It's Arthur TKL. Let me just cross check. That's right. Yeah, absolutely. Everybody seems to like my Christmas tree. So hence, we'll just unblur my background. Yeah, I took down the ornaments anyway. Some brownie points for that.
So, Malika, can we proceed to the questions from the chat? Shall we?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, above all this Christmas things, there are some questions. Yeah, I think the first one is, are you going to issue your own token from Coin?
Yes, we are going to issue our own token. However, we have to be very tactful with that. It's either we're looking right after the halving end of Q2 or also early Q3. However, my only concern with the token is it's just really mainly more the avoidance. So this token will naturally be, for now, this is our idea, it's where every dollar you'll be getting certain points. And we need to ensure there will be a sufficient amount of points that also will be reflected into the tokens. If we don't have that sufficient amount of points, then it's also going to be pointless for us to be having a token. And we don't want to just jump on the bandwagon for the sake of having a token. But nonetheless, yes, it's in our pipeline. Or of releasing a token, and in the event release a token, the fact that because we have a very good relationship with Ton Foundation, and of course you know that we're so integrating Telegrams in our wallet and our apps, so hence we'll be building it on the Ton coins itself.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and then I think you already answered the next question. How are you going to mitigate legal issues? It was the Joshua then asked this almost the same. And then on the individuals or also entities, businesses as clients from Matthias?
So I believe that the question should point as whether is it catered for individuals or entities. It's both. One of the uniquenesses of this card, which integrates with the app as well, that you can also serve as a corporate card too. With one app itself, you are able to create multiple cards and you're able to link multiple cards. So say for example, you are founders of an ABC company and you want to provide this card to your C-suite level. And that's where you are able to register the XX number of cards on the app itself, and you are able to just oversee everything in just on a single platform itself. I hope that answers the question.
I think so. Yeah, thanks. And then credit authorized credit card without KYC, and then Jack answered. Jack, I guess knows. Yeah. So basically, it's credit card still requires eKYC. However, as I mentioned earlier, this eKYC is actually will only your private information will only be kept directly with the intermediary. With this being said, it's Payment Asia, which is a reputable company for the last 25 years. You can Google search them. Payment Asia was established since 1999 in Hong Kong. Because Payment Asia, hence there are many things that have been escalated. For example, like obtaining the licenses, it's impossible for us to obtain the license, which is such a rapid space. And I think they have been just an incredible partners for us to really allow us to go to market and do what we do best. With that being said, we are serving as a consortium Web3, so we also getting unwavering support from Payment Asia itself. Thanks. There is a question from Fatima. Speaking of Christmas, can I buy a gift preloaded card for a friend? Picking gifts stresses me a lot.
Yeah, sure. Of course, definitely. Oh, sorry. What does it mean? Speaking of Christmas, can I buy a gift preloaded card? So you want to buy a preloaded card for your friend?
Like a gift card.
Sure, of course. Certainly. You can buy this card to your friend. And so you can just go and check it out. www.tpay.world. There's a user onboarding portal. You go to sign up and literally just key in all the information. There is still a referral code. There's a code that's required. You can just type my name as Arthur, like King Arthur. So hence then after that it allows you to be filling up the subsequent information. Yeah, but that's a good idea. Thanks for that. Should use that as part of my marketing.
And you see the question from Phoebe: will TPay be custodial or non-custodial? Likely not. If custodial, will crypto custody license also be covered in active countries? The last.
Basically it's a custodial crypto custody license will also be covered in active countries. Primarily again, we built on the trust infrastructure, so hence it's really across the world. Of course, it's custodial. Hence, that really allowed us to basically be providing the services really across globally. At this moment right now, like in all regions that we are tapping on, are really primarily focusing on the Far East region, Southeast Asia. Have no issues or I'm not quite sure but the US because of the US sanction laws itself. But that's really not our target market itself. And of course, we all know what's going on in the US right now. So we probably just wanted to let it settle down first. But at this moment right now, in all the regions that we're tapping, and also LATAM region as well. So anybody from the South America, I'm very keen to be connecting with you guys because that's also another huge region alongside MENA region as well.
Okay, any more questions? So yeah, let's wrap this up. Thank you, Arthur, for brilliant pitch deck presentation. It was amazing. Thanks everyone for the questions. We're really holistic. So thank you for joining in and for stepping by, for your questions again, and wish you good luck and Chinese New Year.
Thanks, guys. Thanks so much. Yeah, looking forward to connect with you guys. Cheers.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.